Hello, this is Richard Spirit's Guide presenting Top Gear Overdrive on the N64, and I believe this is by Boss Game Studios, although we haven't seen the credits. Let's quickly click on the old credits to see if we can find out who made this beautiful mess of a game. Oh, we're gonna name names, are we? Let's not bother doing that then. Let's just play the game. Yeah, this doesn't record very well on the old FrameMaster and capture device because of the resolution. It changes all over the show, so the capture device loses sync, and then that makes the the FrameMaster loses sync, and then the capture device loses sync. Let's pick the yellow VW. This is a sort of a driving game, really, sort of a racing game. It's arcadey. You've got boosts. You've got money you can pick up onto the track. You've got shortcuts. It's one of those crazy games where it's incredibly messy. The cars don't handle particularly well. You've got a rocking soundtrack. Just restarted the race there for some reason. Don't know why. You've got a grunge style. I suppose it's kind of a Soundgarden rip-off soundtrack, which is all well and good. But you've got boosts. You've got jumps. You've got this particular jump, which is a jump straight into a corner, which is terrible track design, and you have got multiple shortcuts on each track. Unless you find out where the shortcuts are and take those shortcuts, you won't be coming first. I shit thee not. Each track has a few different shortcuts in it, and this one's got a sort of an icy cave with a dinosaur in it of some description, which is lovely. As you can see, the N64 is pumping out some graphics here, and they're not the usual murky mess. They are actually quite clean for an N64. We're not in PlayStation or Sega Saturn territory here for the pixel cleanliness, but we do have some anti-aliased geometry, and we have some sort of fudgy looking textures, sort of muddy, smeary, fudgy, I'm going to use a different word, low resolution texturing, which is the N64's calling card. Not that the game looks ugly, it looks kind of alright. You've got a car there, and it's got sort of a reflection layer on it, sort of a cheap-ass reflection layer. Anyway, this video is not very long because it's such a ball ache to capture this game that I only do this one race. It's a fun little game. It's infuriating in the short term because you have to find the shortcuts, and you end up crashing into dead stops, into walls that you never saw coming. Like I said, they've put jumps in front of corners, which is mildly infuriating. There we go. I had no idea there was a wall there, which is groovy. You pick up cash off the track. The cash lets you buy more nitros, which let you boost into more walls and explode in more spectacular explosions. Or in this case, unspectacular explosions, because that was pretty bad. But yeah, you got high res mode, which is all lovely, isn't it? And the frame rate's pretty decent. It's an alright game. It's not an expensive game. I've got the American cartridge here, running on my Japanese N64 through this video. That jump in front of the corner is... designers who do that are just a pain in the arse. They're idiots. And the cartridge is complete with box. You get a nice little picture on the box. And it's less than 20 quid. It was about 15 or 16 quid, I think. So that's not bad. I'm not sure what the price of it is these days, but don't pay much more than that for it. It's not worth more than that. As a arcade style driving game, it's probably one of the best on the N64, although I've got a feeling that the San Francisco Rush games are a bit better, and indeed Hydro Thunder on the N64 is probably a bit nicer. There's not many of these kind of racing games. There's Beagle Adventure Racing, which I've never played. Apparently that's very good. But for a comedy kind of knockabout driving game, it's all right. It's all right.